us, we gon' ball.
John Jones fight. Now, I didn't get to see this fight because I had to work. Like I said, we work, we're everyday people, and then I can never really find like the highlights and stuff like that as you look on YouTube. But I know you saw the fight, cuz Slash, tell us about this fight.
All right, so I'm gonna say this. Congratulations, John Jones. You are officially the greatest MMA fighter of all times. I'm gonna say that right off the bat. But you doing this in a cheap way.
Did you say
And
cheap or
it's like
cheat?
Dana White. Cheap way.
Okay.
Cheap.
Okay.
He's doing it in a cheap way. And the fact that Dana White is letting him do all this stuff so they can partake him and put him up there as the best MMA fighter of all times. It's like, okay, we get it. He's super good. But the simple fact that this man then been suspended multiple times for steroid use, you know what I'm saying? He'd have been and all this other I ain't even gonna go into all this other problems that he didn't had throughout his career. The man has never lost. He does have a loss on his record,
When a
and he does have a one no
disqualification or something like
contest.
that?
It's because he basically disqualified himself because he's doing illegal elbows. You can't
Okay, yeah,
straight
yeah,
down.
yeah, yeah. Okay, I heard about that one.
You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? So like he was winning that fight hands down. He destroyed him. It was against Matt Hamill.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? He destroyed the mess out of him. But it's a simple fact that he only lost because of such and such with the elbows.
Now,
But John Jones has never lost.
now you said Dana White and them, they're allowing him to do it a cheap way. Like, what are some of the things they allowing him to do? You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, is it cheating? Like, 'cause I heard he was a dirty fighter too. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's his name?
Man, he
Rampage.
like before he the reason why they changed the gloves because before he used to poke people in their eye.
Yeah, because Rampage was saying that too, and I remember seeing that fight where he
Yeah.
poked him in the eye.
Then like he'd do like this little dirty kick to your knee that
Yeah,
pushes it back.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? It like hyperextends it or whatever. Like he do a couple of dirty things, but he is still super good because he should have always been a heavyweight from the jump start.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Because he had that reach advantage and he had the height. He should have been a heavyweight from the jump, but he thought he couldn't beat people like Brock Lesnar and Shane Carwin back then because them dudes would have messed John Jones up.
Or maybe he
These
was avoiding
heavyweights,
him.
I'm not. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So it's like back then he ain't want to be a heavyweight. He wanted to be a light heavyweight. So
Yeah,
now he want to be a heavyweight because honestly, Stipe Miocic shouldn't even have took this fight. Cause like people like you and probably some other people don't realize that Stipe Miocic wasn't in the ring 3 years
mm.
before this fight. In this
Okay.
last fight, he had got knocked out by Ngannou.
About 3 years ago,
So he
right?
should have never had this. He should have never took this fight because he ain't no way he's gonna beat John Jones.
Yeah.
But they wanted to hype up John Jones because Stipe Miocic was one of the greatest heavyweight fighters of all times.
Mm-hmm.
And they like, we need to put this on his belt so we can market him as the greatest MMA fighter of all times.
So you pretty much you think they're creating this legacy for John Jones and stuff like that, trying to make him to be by putting him up against fighters that they know he can beat.
Yeah, yeah, cause like my dude, you know what I'm saying? We had him on the show, you know what I'm saying? Richie, shout out to Rich.
Shout out,
You know what I'm
Rich.
saying? He think that John Jones lost a couple fights. I think he might have two, but because they need somebody that's marketable like John Jones, they ain't made this man lose.
Mm.
So it's like, bruh, long as Dana White is letting this man get away with this stuff, he just gonna keep doing it, bro. It ain't
Mm.
no thing about it. He gonna keep doing it.
Yeah, because I remember seeing the fight with him and Rampage and some of the things he was doing. I mean, he whooped Rampage's ass, man. I mean, but he was cheating a little bit with the like you talking about the kick to the knee where he hyperextended it. Like he could have broke
Yeah,
his knee with that, man. The way he kicked him, he could have
yeah,
took him out with that kick. You know what I'm saying? Like and with the eye poking and stuff like that, and then the disrespect. I mean, from what I've seen, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, he's the man. I mean, I really ain't got too much to say. I mean, he won. Like I always say, man, like, I don't know what I always say, but but I lost my train of thought real quick, man. But yeah, he's still holding on to the belt. Until he lose, he's the champ. You know what I'm saying? But like you said, I think back in the day, he was avoiding those big fights. So he didn't want to go up
Yeah,
against them. So now all of a sudden they're out of the sport. Now you move up into the division. You know what I'm saying? So I think it happened
yeah,
in
because ain't
boxing
no,
too.
ain't no doubt in my mind that Cain Velasquez, Shane Carwin, Brock Lesnar, all them heavyweights back then would have destroyed John Jones. I feel like
You
because
think?
they hit way harder and they was way skilled,
Yeah, and they
way more skilled than these heavyweights.
Yeah. So he waited till his time, you know what I mean? Then he moved up when they're not there no more, you know what I mean? But hey, like you said, man, it's all about who's more marketable in these sports, you know what I'm saying? Like, and that's the same when we talk about Jake Paul, you know what I'm saying? Like he's marketable at this time. So him and his brother are gonna bring in money. So of course they're gonna, do this stuff. But I just think it's bad
Yeah,
for sport when it's done like this, you know what I'm saying? Like there's
yeah,
no real like you can tell when it's real when it's fake. You get that feeling like, man, come on, man. Like, you get that
yeah.
feeling, man. But yeah, man. So what do you think's next for John Jones? Who do you think that he should go up against?
Man, there's a couple things, a couple fights that's on the card with him because he's supposed to be fighting the interim heavyweight champion, but they talk about some he might retire. So I'm like, why would he do that? And it's another fight right there. They saying that he's scared of him. I don't think he's scared. I think he's just trying to protect his legacy.
Hmm.
Honestly, you know what I'm saying? But we'll find out. We'll see.
Yeah, it kind of
If he
sound.
if he retire, ain't nothing we can do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
and I think it kind of sound like when he was avoiding Brock and them. You know what I'm saying? He waited to go up. He's gonna retire to avoid this fight.
yeah,
You know what I mean? And come back later and fight somebody else, that he can beat, what I'm saying? And, but
yeah.
I mean, it was a good fight. Saying y'all comment down below, let us know what y'all thought about that fight. Like I said, we know it's been over a week, what I'm saying, but we still want to give our little opinion on, what I mean, on these fights and stuff like that. So comment down below, let us know what y'all thought about the fight.
It's my word to the family. I know it's been hard, but through it all, man, I promise we gon' ball.